It is time for the next turn. It is my turn, even although this doesn't show that it is my turn. Even the app doesn't know what's going on in this game. So, the inevitable barbarians hit my population. Mayundo dodged it like a saint. A starving saint. And he goes for the Shakespeare. So he is a reasonable person. I never assumed anything else. Selective breeding upgrades food. Looks winnable with this. Looks winnable for him, I think. Now, let's say it's not the best to be hit by Politics of Strength now. And him having now drawn already 8 cards, HP cards, and yeah, after his turn, probably 11. For our plan to win the colony. So it's Cook, and then I'm not in replay, so it will continue soon. We have to be quick. What does he do? He will probably upgrade this. He will probably build Rifleman and take Breakthrough. I can't imagine them taking this team spots away. I can't. No, it would be super awkward to pay such a hefty price in this situation just to be annoying towards me, who's probably not their biggest rival in this game. Probably Mayundo is in the better spot. Also, given the odds that there's just a pro spot, I can't imagine them hate drafting. It's wrong, I think. I'm curious if one of them locked that turn where they took team spots, but I can't imagine it. They go for the Cook, they go for the Rifleman, and yeah, populate. Build one, not upgrade, they just build one. I guess that's some of the things you can do if you are on plus 12 rocks. And the Breakthrough. Okay. So there's Marlene Dietrich. Interesting. Let's see. Dietrich Operas is always something very good. This is a very, very good leader. Combat would probably make me happier though, right now. But we cannot underestimate. It's not that trivial, the question whether we want to seed now or not. At the end of the last video I said like, okay, Cold War game will be over. It can be one of the first events, and if everyone goes into a mode where they seed every turn now, then it can be pretty early. It can be pretty good for them. It would depend on the question whether we can realistically be one of the 2 strongest soon, I would guess. So we will always go for this. We still hope to reveal the territory, otherwise we probably have to do this. And then, I mean, we could do this. But with this Dietrich, that was like the original plan. With this Dietrich in the row, we can maybe go for this. We don't have the rocks for that now. Yeah, a lot depends on what gets revealed here, and yeah, whether we can go for that or not. Taking the Trish for 3 is also pretty expensive in a turn where we actually want to probably go for urban growth. The Richland is still very good. 3 civil actions are a lot here. I guess we first seed. I guess it's not that impossible that we participate in winning 6 signs here. And yeah, as I said, they will just have very soon the better science economy anyway. Slightly better, but still better. I'm still not that happy with seeding this, to be honest. It's still probably better for them than for us, even if we participated in it. Yeah, but building this Legion, it will be very interesting. I mean, okay, they had drawn 11 cards now, so they can have a very good hand for bidding. If they don't even need to bid an army for the territory, they will definitely do it. They can easily just go for this 1 rifleman. But is it worth a medieval army for them in this situation? I mean, probably even is. It probably even is. With all this Suez, Cook. Well, could also be emigration, huh? They wouldn't be the best. Those happiness events, they wouldn't be the best right now. Do we not see it? Is it just after this politics of strength? Strictly impossible to win the possible territory? Okay, how much do we bid? It's 3, 5, 7, 13. 13. So if they bid a rifleman, it's 4, then 2 cards with Cook is 6. And 3 colonization cards. I think would be all their cards. Would be all of their cards and then hitting the nuts. So then it would come down to bidding the pair. Yeah. It's not the end of the world to bid a pair here for them, I guess. It's just worth it. Honestly. But still, it's what we do. First of all, we have to hit that and not an event that just loses the game for us now. Is there another good one? Arms industry was good, right? Freedom of movement. All the other ones are bad, I think. What about Ravages? Yeah, Ravages is bad. Oh no. Is it the Ravages? It's the perfect Colossus into Ravages. Yeah, terrorism is possible. Is it actually, wait. We don't know. This could have been a Mayondor event. Would be a little weird, I guess, but it's not impossible. What would he play? Maybe something like the prosperity is out. We had that, apparently. Independence Declaration. What would we lose? Just the historic. Just the historic. Who needs happy faces? Yeah, strength events would be not so good, huh? Refugees, negotiations. Would actually, no, we wouldn't dodge negotiations, right? Since we had to do that, and that isn't enough. It's kind of close. Could do that. Could dodge strength events and all happiness events. Yeah. So don't I still just pray for the vast territory here? Eyes closed and go. Eyes closed and go. Yeah, maybe I can't play after all since this is bugged somehow. Yeah, the Cold War. A looming threat in the air. Maybe it's also a sign that I shouldn't see it. Yeah? It's just going back. Okay, no, it's bugged. I would retry. 1 second. Weinbaum contacted me actually that he played his turn, but it's still weird for him also. It still shows that it's his turn. But he played it. We see what he did. What they did. The monster. I am so curious about this video in the end to see how many different versions of the turns there were in general, on average. Some things depend on place. Okay, we try again, but it won't work, right? Okay, it doesn't work. Now it would be curious if we could just send the turn without. Yeah, it's not something I want to test. Yeah, this has to be fixed, and I will maybe reconsider sealing this event. I'm pretty certain some of you out there are shaking their heads, but I still believe in. It is my turn to be lucky, to reveal this vast and to win it. They low rolled. They didn't get any cards. They didn't get any colonization cards in those 11. It's our time to shine. Game was fixed, and I contemplated it very thoroughly for 1 second and seeded the Cold War. And we did hit the vast. So step 1 of our plan worked. Now we only have to do this and see what happens. This and see what happens. I'm curious. I mean, if we win this and they just annex our territory, then that would be very sad. But maybe we can even defend somehow. We build this and a team spot, and then still 1 rifleman, right? And that's some strength. That might be in range for defending this. Okay. We need to win some bets anyway, so. As if they kept aggressions, right? Why would they keep aggressions? You guys have it good, because you will see the result now. And I have to wait for it. Actually, I've decided to make you wait also. This moment is too crucial. Can't just have it be gone in this instant. So, take a moment to appreciate this work of art conjured up by our good old friend ChatGPT, who just showcases how he gets what is happening. Crazy times we are living in. It is created by algorithm, purely mathematical algorithm condensing reality into this image. It's insanity. It's close to wizardry. And it encapsulates this moment perfectly, doesn't it? Who is going to win this vast territory? Who is it going to be? Yeah, just gonna make you wait. You know, it's too important of a moment. A little longer, I think. Until we both feel a little uncomfortable about it. You and me. Sitting here, waiting. And I was sitting, waiting, wishing. Oh no, now he's singing. You believe in superstition, and maybe you'd see the signs. A good old Jack Johnson. Look at this. Like, I wonder, do you even see my mouse now? It's probably you do. Okay. Okay, I think it's time. It's time. It's time to move on. I could watch this image for hours and find interesting details. Look at this. It's created by mathematics. You understand? Reality, mathematics, this. Insanity. All right, let's go. Let's see. Drum rolls. The tension is impeccable. Who won the colony? Fucking easy.
J'adore quand un plan se déroule sans accroc.
Huh? Where are you haters now? I've seen you all in the corners, shaking your heads, thinking he must have gone insane. And you are not wrong with that, but you were wrong about this. So, how much do we bid? We can do this, or we can do this. What is better? I think this is a very big handicap for a player like me, because now I have to calculate the turn without those features, because for some reason I can't rewind this decision, which doesn't affect anyone. I think isn't that an oversight? Oh well. Oh well, we finished this. Is 5. And we will probably go with the team sports line, although I really would prefer the Dietrich line. I mean, we don't need the team sports now that much, right? I think we can't defend anyway. The question is if they would keep aggressions. We can defend against him, I think. And not against him. We will be left against the Hydra. We will have 5. We can build 1 rifleman, 1 team spot. So let's say we keep that warrior, and that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 is 11. Oh, let's not keep him, and we are at 10, 12. And we can defend with the defense card. And let's double check here. This 5 with the patriotism. We are 2 rocks, then 5 rocks, 1 rifleman. 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, we can just defend if we keep this card. If we don't, we have to remember that we don't draw cards. I almost forgot that. It's what can happen if you play in separate sessions, but there were those politics of strength. Yeah, it's easier for you. It just happened like 3 minutes ago for you, and for me it was 2 days ago. So we don't draw cards. So I'm probably paying the warrior instead of this card, since it means we can defend. Oh. Otherwise we can't, since we don't draw cards. And if I didn't miscalculate somehow, we are not even the weakest. Oh, those barbarians. They are haunting us. Ah, yeah, well. It is true. So we could also defend like this. That would mean getting rid of the tactic. I don't like that. No, we couldn't even defend both if for some reason, I don't know, I decided to attack. But yeah, what I'm realizing right now is that we really don't want to build the team spots. And just for the strength? Can I actually take it back? I can't, right? No. Yeah. Because here's the thing, this Dietrich opera line just became much more attractive, didn't it? He will take Dietrich, I assume. Just in hand, play Shakespeare, and then she's the best leader to swap into from this playstyle. I mean, just for the culture, Darwin does the job, right? A similar job to Dietrich. She won't produce more. She just yeah, it's an insane value with this. Fixes happiness with buildings that produce culture already, and a good chunk of it. She's overall... Yeah, maybe I'm too fixated on her now. I mean, come on, look at her. Beautiful. But it's not the reason. It's just that in especially 2 players, she's like S tier. As soon as she's in the game, you can... It's almost... I mean, it's especially true with Shakespeare in the game and or Bach. But you can almost always just go for drama or opera and then ignore every happiness building. And if you get her in H3, then she fixes the entire civilization. She fixes the military threat to a large degree and the happiness issues. And that's why I assess her as complete S tier in 2 player. In 3 player, it's not that far away too. And now we have to reassess for this game, and I don't think we can afford 3 civil actions here. I'm afraid, and also I'm afraid we can't afford not to build this team sport. And then again, maybe we have to still take some risk. Will they try the aggression? Let's say it's a Hydra, right? The question is how many of them will try the aggression against me, and how likely is it that it's happening if I leave myself open to an aggression. I think the rifleman is always correct, because not building this team sports now enables us to take a rich land on top, which is still huge value. I mean, we do defend, right? Oh no, we have 3 MA. That's not enough. And going from away from the weakest might also be desirable. On the other hand, those politics of strength have already hit. Yeah, refugees can be in. That's the only event, yeah. Cold War. Yeah, Cold War, we didn't see it. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, I remember now. It's here. We didn't see. I was just having a memory of a parallel universe where I wasn't insane. I think was like, yeah, obviously we didn't see the Cold War, but it's in there. But it's not in the next 2 events. Yeah. Can we get away with not building this team sports and taking this rich land, which is still a lot of value? We still have to upgrade this Cyberet at some point. It's also, yeah, this is 2 strength now, and only 2 strength and nothing more, and the possible setup for Kurta. But we want this guy in the military, I think. We kind of have to reassess the Dietrich maybe, but not for 3 civil actions. This game is too hard for me. This game is too hard for me. There's fundamentalism, and we could go for it next turn. It's only 2 civil actions. Because right now, I believe what I wanted to say is I believe that their biggest threat lies in military. But is that even true? They can go both ways. Like culturally, they are probably ahead. This is 16 culture, and it's a 4 culture difference, and it's more than 4 turns to play still. It's more like maybe 6 turns. So they are slightly ahead in culture already. And they are slightly ahead on economy. But after this turn, not that much anymore. It's it's actually playable, isn't it? And it depends now on my decisions. Oh my god, no, how did it come to this? No. Fundamentalism is an option to be safe. Well, I won't take it for even 2 civil actions, I think. We can all agree that this is undisputable, and I think the rifleman is more or less undisputable. And then with Dietrich we could actually, if they kept the war in hand, I don't think Mayondor threatens one, since he has no population. They threaten like, let's say, dangerous enough war with even war over culture, right? No, culture not so much, since they don't have science for the military theory and they can't build a pair. But like war over territory would be quite devastating. War over tech also. And they threaten it big enough that we have to worry about, since they can just build a pair. And that would be more 7 strength more, 23. So it would be nice to have the option to fulfill a tactic, and that would be that option. Then we would build a cannon and go to 19. 1923 is reasonable. We can also be lucky with the military theory. We will have the science. So that's the argument pro Dietrich. I'm actually looking at even not taking this team spots anymore. It doesn't do anything but defend now. Populating is unnecessary of an action, so it is the Urban Grove Opera or what? So my initial intuition with Dietrich might have been correct after reasoning about it. What's the English word? I'm sure I will remember at some point. Rationalize. Yeah, it's actually... Is it also English to rationalize something? The concept where you have an intuition of something and then you find in your view reasonable arguments for it, whether it's true or not, to rationalize something. Maybe that's also a concept that I just made up. Who knows? Dietrich just defends from a possible war. I mean, yeah, I do realize that we might just lose the cards. That would be sad if they go for an aggression. But is it a good play for them to go for an aggression against me? It depends on the value they might have here. It depends on what they lose for the attempt. It could just be missing out on seeding an impact that they have just drawn, like an impact of colonies that they want to play. Yeah, I mean, there will be plenty of time to still go for an impact. and all of them which they have in hand. But still, going for aggressions is costly, and they are not in a one-on-one against me. It's always another equation. If you cut away the other player, then it's different. They have to worry for two opponents, and here's an opponent that went a little greedy here with Opera. He might also be a target of a war, actually, if he doesn't somehow fix his food situation. The question is if whether we are the target of an aggression here, possibly. It would screw us over quite a lot. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. We're still in the mode where we need risks. We are still in the mode where we need some selective breeding soon. Or Mac Egg can still... It's becoming increasingly likely that we are just going for this. I've used the hypergeometric calculator once in another entry of this series, and I think we can use it to calculate that this will be, by the next turn, maybe something like 50-50, that it has already shown up. Yeah, probably somewhat less, but not. It's not like 10%. It's maybe 30. Depends on how many cards are gone, obviously, but also depends if they. It's also attractive for them, so you can't really calculate it like that. They will take it, I guess. They also don't have infinite access to population here. It's interesting that they only bid 10. Did they really just put away all their colonization cards that they have drawn? Or what is it? Is it a universe where they haven't drawn that many? And also, what was the bid? Was it a pair or not? I'm super curious to see it later. I thought after this Politics of Strength we won't get this, but can we take a moment to appreciate how all of my plans just worked out? Look at this civilization. It's winnable. It just depends on, are they annoying enough? Sorry. Are they annoying enough to discard all my cards here now? Because if we lose access to the tactic, that would hurt the chances quite a lot, I guess. Yeah. The other line we have to defend possible threats is the fundamentalism, but I think it leaves us too open for them just going culture, just building multimedia after multimedia right now. If we invest the two civil actions into fundamentalism now, I think it leaves us too open against their cultural potential, also against his cultural potential, possibly. And this is a hybrid line. It will fix happiness. It will help us defend. And yeah, it's so much better economically. I mean, the 2 signs per turn cost for the fundamentalism, it's not like a card we want to play now. It even gives less civil actions than the Republic. So we don't want to play a fundamentalism. Do you ever want to play it? I think that's one of the cards I'm least happy to play ever. It's like always out of necessity. I mean, that's also my playstyle. I don't find myself in this situation a lot where I try to win the game by war. It happens sometimes. Then you are happy if you can afford it. But that's also so rare, right? Having just this much science to build all of this plus Air Force and then like, oh yeah, fundamentalism, sure. 16 science and then the 2 income, no problem. No problem. It's more likely to happen on a Conmon. That's the turn. I would love to take this rich land, obviously. If we take Dietrich, we want Dopra, right? I think taking her just for this and with movies just too expensive. Operas are very reasonably priced. Look, we pay with these growths, we pay 3 rocks per opera. That's very reasonable. That leaves us still per turn with 1 military unit. So rock economy is fixed. Next is finally some food income. Hopefully with this, just 1 upgrade of this. Might even delay a turn. Like next turn is super unclear if we find ourselves in a situation where we can afford to upgrade the Celebrates once again. It's 4 rocks. 4 rocks is a bad number, considering that we have to build a unit. Yeah. That's why this rich land would be so nice, but I don't see us taking this rich land. Dietrich will be gone. Dietrich just too good for Mayondor in this situation. For the same reason it's good for us. It will help him defend possible wars. No matter what tactic he has in hand, it will, for every tactic, will be huge. And the Epiphase issue is also the same. More or less. We cannot leave her here. Can quickly check out the alternatives. Yeah. In the other parallel universe where we didn't win this Vast, we would go for this team spot. But I'm very, very certain that this is not the play anymore. And if we do this, yeah, we have to do this. We have to do this. I mean, not play patriotism. What I also dislike about this patriotism is that it doesn't help us maintain, draw a card. It's reduced value. But like this, I'm afraid that even he would be inclined to aggress. Just to get rid of my cards. But let's call that still very unlikely. But like this, they will be extremely inclined to aggress me. And that I couldn't even defend. But this would mean, no, it wouldn't even. What am I conjuring up here? Yeah, it's just 1 selection, not 2. Yeah, we could take Richland instead of Urban Growth then, but is that good enough? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So, now, economic progress. Arms industry. Let's go. And now there's actually not a single event that I'm afraid of. It's just that the ravages would be annoying, terrorism would be annoying, but yeah, that would be what it is. That is what it is, would be what it would be. Would be what it is. It is what it would be. One of those. I'm looking forward to events being revealed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm looking forward to that. It is what it is. It is the turn. It's not what it is. It is that the turn is what it is. That is it. Double check. Double check. Let's go. Civil service. Oh, yeah. Just glad they are not on 10 signs. Civil service would be huge for them. And we are still in a position where we can just take every tag we want and play it. And if it's the civil service, I'm not certain. But we could. We will see. See you in the next one. Fighto!